From birth until when our children turn 18, we are responsible for their well-being. We, in the beginning, have to take care of their every single need, but as time goes on, we as parents need to step back a little bit, giving them the opportunity to gain that independence and master those lessons that they have to learn before they go off into the real world on their own. Now, parents that have children with disabilities, they want the same thing for their children. They want them to become independent, thriving adults. And often once the child turns 18, parents feel like the only option they have is to establish guardianship over their child to make sure that they're going to be okay into the future. But it's important that you know that there are other options out there, other options that help maintain your child's rights to make their own decisions throughout their entire life. And so today I want to talk about that. Hi, my name is Elizabeth of Special Needs Advanced Planning, and for all the information on special needs planning, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure that you're alerted every time that I post new videos. There are a few options to choose from regarding the decision-making capabilities of your child. There is surrogate decision-making, and that is something like a guardianship or a conservatorship. There's delegated decision-making, and that is when you establish a power of attorney or a healthcare advance directive. There's shared decision-making, and that's when it is all decisions are jointly made between the individual with the disability and another person. And then there is supportive decision-making, and that's what I want to talk about today. Supportive decision-making gives the adult with the disability the ability to make their own choices in their life with the support of someone or a team of people that they trust. The whole idea behind it is that every single person on this earth has the right to make their own decisions. And with supportive decision-making, instead of making a decision for someone, the person with disabilities has the support behind them when making their own decisions. With supportive decision-making, the individual gets to choose who's going to be on their team, and they can add people or remove people as they see fit. And while these agreements, they can be either informal or formal, but they should always be a signed agreement between all of the parties. Now, whether the agreement is formal or informal, every agreement must have at least these three characteristics. First is that everybody recognizes that the person with a disability gets to make their own decisions. Second is that when entering into this agreement, that the person with a disability does not lose any of their rights or decision-making abilities or capabilities. And then third is that everyone has to recognize that the person with a disability may need assistance in communicating what their wishes are. Now, because each person is different and has different needs, every supportive decision-making agreement is going to be a little bit different. Some people might need to use tools so they can understand the decisions they have to make the decisions they have to make, and really communicate what they want and what they want that decision to actually be. Now, for example, I was just reading a blog post about a young man who was going in to sign his power of attorney, but he worked with his speech pathologist who created a storybook with pictures of him and pictures of his medical team so that he could really understand and make the decisions about what was going to happen when it came to his health. While speech can prove to be difficult for this young man, that does not prevent him from actually making the choices that are surely going to affect him in life. Now, supportive decision-making can coexist with that delegated decision-making, like having the power of attorney and the advanced healthcare directive, for a more comprehensive approach when it comes to decision-making. When your child turns 18, you're going to have a lot of decisions to make. And so it's just really important that you understand all of the options that you have when you are making these decisions that are going to potentially affect them for the rest of their life. I hope that you found this information to be helpful, and while yes, there are some general basics when it comes to special needs planning, it is so important, I need to remind you this every time, it's so important that you speak to an advisor who specializes in special needs planning for your specific approach. Now, if you liked what you heard today, make sure that you click on that subscribe button and that notification bell to be alerted every time that I post new videos. And please share it with a friend. Now, if you are sitting there watching this and you're a family who is ready to get the support and the consulting that you need, this is for you. Please make sure that you click on that link below to schedule a 30-minute consultation with me so we can really start to identify what needs to be done in your plan. You can start getting that that ball rolling. But if you're just here for the free content, then I'm happy to have you. This is what this YouTube channel is for. But do go below to make sure that you get added to my mailing list so that you get my emails every week. But if you do want to get started investing in a sound plan that's going to take you from now until forever, make sure that you click that link below, because just remember that planning for your loved one's future today makes for a confident tomorrow.